Open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
What do you say there, Bulldoggy?
The sports page brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont, your truck headquarters for 50 years. And right now you can score big, 3.9% APR, 60 months on a brand new Chevy Silverado. Check them out, Don Mealy Chevrolet, or online at donmealychevy.com. What a game it was last night. My God, the U showed again that they are indeed back. Carson Beck, the often criticized Miami quarterback, he runs for a 3-yard touchdown with 18 seconds left, and Miami heading back home for a shot at the national title after beating Ole Miss 31-27. What a fourth quarter that was last night. Exhilarating. Exhilarating.
Despite Miami and mostly the defense doing everything they could to shoot themselves in the foot and give Ole Miss second and third chance after second and third chance. Kirk Herbstreit nailed it on the head last. I don't know if you heard him, boy. He goes, man, with the time of possession and the way Miami's been driving, it feels like they should be up by 20 points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Miami dominated the line of scrimmage last night. They ran for almost 200 yards. They had 459 total yards. They had 41 minutes of possession to Ole Miss's 18 and a half. So, yeah, Miami, I thought Miami was going to run over Ole Miss, and essentially they did, except Ole Miss, man, that Trinidad Chambliss, he is a magician. In fact, after Beck scored his touchdown with 18 seconds left, Chambliss gave him a chance for a Hail Mary at the end, and I'm not going to complain or anything, but that could have been pass interference in the end zone on that Hail Mary.
If that would have happened the Fiesta Bowl again,
can you imagine?
I would not be here right now. I would be in one of the local hospital's cardiac unit.
Hey, Bulldog, I was telling Pat earlier in the show that with all those self-inflicted penalties Miami had, if they do that against the winner of this next game in the final, in the championship, they're done. Like if they do that against, let's say, Indiana wins, because badass team, and Miami does that, all those self-induced penalties, they're done.
By the way, that targeting penalty was crap on the Canes last night.
If the first one wasn't targeting, I don't know how that was. So,
yeah. I don't agree with these targeting calls.
Lot of injuries last night on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. But, they're in traditional college football fashion, what do we have, a week and a half now?
10 days. 10 days, yeah.
Before Miami plays again. So hopefully they'll be healthy. But Carson Beck, man, I was impressed with him.
And the interception was a tip. It wasn't his, you can't put that one on him.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get the other college football semifinal tonight, Indiana versus Oregon, all Big Ten matchups. So we're going to have at least one Big Ten team and an ACC team in the national championship game. Who do you guys like tonight? I hope Indiana wins, and I think Indiana, the way they've been dominating, man, how do you pick against them?
They will.
Well, no, I'm with both of you on that, but the fact that they played back in October, and probably Oregon's got a bad taste in their mouth that they would like nothing better than to, rinse out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's gonna be fun. At least we got a big game on Friday night to watch tonight.
Hey, how about think about this for a second? Do you remember there was a point where we were wondering if any ACC team was even going to be represented in the playoff?
Right, Miami
here
was.
We are.
Yeah, Miami was lucky to get in, but they've taken advantage of it. They shut down Texas A&M
and Joey
Galloway.
Galloway. How did that taste? He's the biggest Miami S-talker out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This happened yesterday, right after your show, I think. Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins fired as the head coach when it appeared he was going to survive. In fact, he even came out Monday and said he was going to be part of the Dolphins GM search, and now, boom, he gets fired by owner Stephen Ross, and it's not very hard to connect the dots, is it?
It's done.
Baltimore Ravens coach John Harbaugh got fired on Tuesday. He's now available. I don't know why he would choose the Dolphins. I said that earlier. He's got options, but hey, maybe Stephen Ross has said, listen, you're not only going to be the head coach, you can have complete power to run this organization. I think the Dolphins must have a line on John Harbaugh. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, didn't you guys say that they already had the one guy that had the connection right after McDaniel? Yeah, right after McDaniel made his announcement that he was staying and helped pick the GM or whatever. Then all of a sudden they added the sixth GM, which was the Harbaugh hookup.
I think getting what you're saying, Doug, I don't think that happens yesterday if something's not locked down.
I wouldn't think so, unless, hell, if Pittsburgh loses in the playoffs, Mike Tomlin could be available.
I think the most surprised person with all the news yesterday was McDaniel.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel kind of bad for him. He's a nice, likable guy.
Yeah, he can go, run an internet cafe somewhere.
Yeah. He'll get hired as an offensive coordinator somewhere. In fact, the Bucs just fired their offensive coordinator.
They fired everybody, their coaches other than the head man.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if I'm the Bucs, I would certainly hire Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator. No question about that. So, playoffs this weekend. My Jags hosting the Bills on Sunday. Huge game up in Duval. Cannot wait. The Jags have won 8 in a row. They won the division, obviously, but the Bills are favored. I'm telling you guys, my Jags aren't getting the credit they deserve. Watch out for the Jags. I'm picking the Jags to win that. All right.
Hey, Bulldog, as a Jags fan and a guy from up in that general vicinity of the state originally, where do you put the emphasis on the Duval yell? On which part of Duval? Because they debated this last weekend and were having fans.
Duval. Not like Liam Cohen said when he first took over. Remember that?
Yeah, he screwed up.
Duval. No, not like that.
All right. Okay.
But yeah.
I like that they're not giving the Jags credit. I like it.
And plus, guys, I'm writing a column for the weekend. As Orlandoans, we need to be rooting for the Jags because they're going to be our team in a couple of years. Yeah. So we need to jump on the Jag wagon right now. So you guys need to be on the wagon as well. Saturday playoff game, the Rams at Carolina. The Rams should win that one easily. Sunday, Green Bay at Chicago. Packers actually favored in that game, even though they've lost 4 in a row. I like the Bears there. San Francisco at Philadelphia. Philadelphia rested their starters.
That Green Bay Chicago game is tomorrow night, dog.
That's tomorrow night.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Remember that. Just remember that.
San Francisco at Philadelphia. I like the Eagles there. They rested their starters. San Francisco's still banged up. Chargers at New England. Who do you like in that one?
You can't go against New England at home with the season they've had with Drake May.
Although they have the Chargers have cheating Jim Harbaugh. He's probably spied on their practices somehow.
He's had his brother there in his off time.
Boy. And then a Monday night wild card, Houston and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I hope the Steelers win. I'd like to see Aaron Rodgers make a run in what may be his final season. Houston, though, man, they've got the best defense in the league. By the way, Lynch, congratulations. Your sources were right. There was big soccer news in Orlando yesterday. The Orlando area is going to get a taste of the World Cup in March when 3 of the premier national teams in the world, Brazil, Colombia, Croatia, they're going to converge on the city beautiful for 2 tune-up matches at Camping World Stadium. It's part of the Road to 26 series. So, man, Lynch, you are tied in.
Yeah, I'm already picking out my kit that I'm going to wear for the day.
Whoa.
That's what they call uniforms, right?
Your kit and your boots. They don't call them cleats. They call them boots.
Right. So. I did see a national survey has elevated soccer as a favored sport, surpassing baseball. And now in third place behind basketball and football in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me. Baseball's fan base is aging, and soccer's fan base is a lot younger. So that really doesn't surprise me that much, quite frankly.
I thought he was going to say surpassing WNBA.
Hey, Hey, with Caitlin Clark, that's surging.
Yeah. He is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi. Obviously going to be a lot to discuss on your show this afternoon starting at 3. Game On with Brandon Kravitz at 3 o'clock on FM 96.9 The Game.
By the way, happy birthday to the great Jimmy Page, lead guitarist of Led Zeppelin. It's been a long time, been a lonely, lonely.
God help us.
More on WJR